but one that I'm gonna totally discard. You know,
Their players were cut from a different cloth. Renegades with faces only a mother could love. The Raiders cultivated, then reveled in their ominous image.
The king and his men stole the queen from her bed, bound her in her bones. The seas be ours, and by the power where we will roam. Hoist the colors high, heave ho.
Salute Raider Nation. Appreciate y'all showing up tonight, man. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Appreciate all the mods. Salute to everybody on this panel and everybody that's going to show up here tonight. Really do appreciate everybody always showing up Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and even on pre-game shows and everything like that. My woman just messaged, so I was just reading the message. But long story short, like I said, I just appreciate everybody taking time, always showing up here, man. Frickin'. So outside of that, I guess we'll just hop into the first topic for tonight, man, and go from there. Basically, the talk's been over the last few, probably this whole entire week, because being in the bye and then other people talking about it, and it's probably 100% real news because I'm pretty sure it is. Outside of it, it's basically about talking about Harbaugh and Gruden. So basically, as it's been going on, too many people keep on saying, like, if Harbaugh is going to leave out of Michigan and come here, or if Gruden's going to come back to the Raiders, or if AP should stay the Raiders head coach. Now, there's a lot of controversy going back and forth over those topics, because so many people feel like, hey, AB should get a chance, stay the coach, go on throughout the year. It doesn't matter if he loses and takes, 2 years to figure it out. Other people want Harbaugh because he's proven coach right here, right now, come in, break it down, rebuild. Other people would indicate John Gruden, things like that. So I think we'll just talk about, what do we think it could be tonight. And like I said, dude, people will sit here and say, to talk about, yeah, you have to talk about it because this season's going to be over real fast, dude. It's going to happen faster than you realize. We're literally going to go in and face the division games right here. It's going to speak a lot about where people see AP. I've said it, dude. More and more people just keep falling off loss by loss, especially when you're going to get in here, Broncos, Chargers, Chiefs again. It's going to be tough. So basically, start out with you, Rudy. What do you think if you were to go out into this, going into this off season, just seeing where we're at right now, basically how everything's played out, where our team is at, how it's been in shambles for the last 2 years, how would you go about the head coach? Would you stick with AP and ride it out and keep going with a person who's never even coached, or would you go with an experienced coach that has had success breaking down the team multiple times for the Raiders, in late 90s, early 2000s, again here in the later 20s. And then the other coaches had way bigger track record of going in and breaking down teams, rebuilding them, and so on over the time span of his career. So what would you do? Where would you go, and how would you see it? Like, what would you do?
Well, normally people would think Gruden, but I think Gruden, like I said, he went to a team that was more established, and he, like when the Raiders, they were established even in the late '90s. They were more established than then just quarterback missing, and then they went to the playoffs multiple times. Where Jim Harbaugh started from scratch on a sorry team and built it up. If you were to say Jim Harbaugh or John Gruden, I hate to say this, but Jim Harbaugh would be the better candidate right now because he could rebuild this team. The offense, it went from being 12th ranked in total yards last year, and now it's ranked like what, 30th or 29th in total yards. It's really went down hardcore. And I think the team is better than its record though on offense, but I think he can shape in that offense. The offense needs help on the in the running game, run blocking, and also on the right side of the O line. That's never been addressed, and that's what you need in a coach. And Jim Harbaugh doesn't just build up offenses; he knows the guys on defense too. So he's a balanced quarterback. I mean, balanced head coach. You want a balanced head coach, then you want more of a defensive coach. I know people wanted a defensive type of coach, but if you get one like a Vic Fangio, he proved he was not a winner for the Denver Broncos. He made that defense good, but they couldn't win the other games because of the offense. Bad play calling. And the only way you're going to win in the AFC West division is to outplay call the other teams. If you can't outplay call them, you're not going to win. That's how I look at it.
Very true, Frick. And no, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, there's a lot of Sorry, man. I'm just trying to text you.
So good.
My bad. I just got one more. Long story short, I agree. Like I said, I think that there's when you're sitting here with the shambles of everything that's gone on, with the way that we've built our team, the way that Gruden's built the team to be able to have core pieces here in the Raiders right now, and so on. So the way to build the core team up, my woman, she just won't quit messaging. God damn it. Long story short, the way that he built the core team, has core pieces, dude. Max, Jacobs, Renfro, Colton Miller, numerous people here, So that's all I say is like the idea of John is a good idea, but it's not going to happen. I mean, I don't want him back. I don't want him here. I think we've already done it twice. I think it's time to move on to like frickin' Harbaugh or somebody that does have success. Otherwise, I think like I swear I'm not going to message her back right now. The success of my bad, dude. She just keeps on messaging my damn phone. All right, long story short, dude. So I think when you look at it, that's how I feel about Gruden. Just don't want to do it again. We've already done Gruden twice. I think Gruden's deal is done. Want to be owner, go buy ownership. Let's do that. Don't have an issue. Harbaugh, I think he's the guy that could break down the team, rebuild it, and put us where we need to be. AP, I think if you're looking at AP, man, you're just going to hope for the best. Like, that's what I truly believe. Like, I think too many people, when you indicate AP, dude, it's like I've said, I always want to give a guy a try. I want to give everybody the best chance, but let's be real, man. AP has zero NFL knowledge of anything that goes on coaching-wise, dude. That's going to pop up here sooner than later, man. There's a whole entire game behind it besides just calling fucking plays or standing on the sideline cheering, leading. That it's like Mark Davis just left the fucking box and came down to the fucking sidelines. Like we can't do that shit, man. Like there are guys out here that have pedigrees that are massively, dude. It's not even fair. For me, like if we were going to debate the Harbaugh over Gruden, I'm going Harbaugh 1,000%, dude. I've just said Harbaugh's resources, Harbaugh's connections, how many people know Harbaugh, where they can go with them, dude. Like I feel like that it's just far and few between what Gruden would bring back to this team or any other person. So to sit here and advocate that we would let them break it down and run it. Dude, they've been here for 2 years. Champ Kelly been here with Ziegler scouting people. They've all seen the same people. Like I'm not trying to do that, man. And for me, I've already said, dude, Ed Dobbs is fire as hell, dude. Like that guy is a beast. I think he's a great GM, dude. He's one of the most looked at GMs, period. And he's made great picks, dude. He comes from the Seattle line, where from scouting and research and Snyder's team. He comes from Snyder's team, dude. The guy is a very smart guy. Ed Dobbs is, man. We interviewed him right when we were doing the Ziegler and Josh deal, so we already showed that we would get him. He already showed that he want to come here. I've said, like, for me, like, this is the thing I'm going to talk about, and the thing that I'm going to bring up. Like, at the end of the day, I want Harbaugh. I don't care what anybody else thinks. Like, I really don't. They can pick AP, go fucking Patrick Graham. I really don't give a shit. Like, for me, I want to just strictly go with Harbaugh. I want him to bring in frickin' Ed Dobbs, dude, that is a proven GM, proven commodity, and I want him to bring Jesse Minster. I think Jesse Minster is a beast, dude. I think that guy, when you look at his pedigree defensively from what he's done from Baltimore, then going to Michigan, and then being down there with them and with Jim, and then learning that. I mean, the guy that a lot of people are talking about is McDonald over there in Baltimore right now about being our head coach. Well, guess where he came from? He came from Jim Harbaugh, dude, in college. So, like I said, if they're advocating for a guy that's over in Baltimore that's a defensive coordinator, and they're saying that we should get him for our coach, why would we do that when we can get the guy that made him? You know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of stuff I'm not understanding. I want the dude that obviously taught these guys where they're at and put them where they were. So I'm cool on, like, I get it. That guy's a good guy. I think there's a lot, but Harbaugh is just, he's a guy you can't miss on, like, especially for the third time. So for me, like I said, I'm advocating him 100%. I think that Jesse Minster should be the guy that comes with him from Michigan. Defensive play caller, really good play caller. He's done really good there. He has a very high success rate, dude. I wish I can bring up the dang deal here on my phone, but it won't allow me to put it in there. I don't think it will that much. I mean, it's like I said, we can try. We'll see how it goes here, how many words. I think these guys limit you on your fucking words here. All this bullshit. Well, I can't even bring it up because they don't let me get my clipboard in the chat. Nice. Yeah. Either way, fucking don't really care. But outside of it, I've said 100 times, man, like, I just feel, for me, that would be the route that I would go if it was up to me. I just feel like I feel like AP, man, I get how people want to feel about him. I feel like people, he comes from Compton, he's in LA, this, that, the other. Like, I get the whole feeling, dude, but let's not forget, we literally just did that shit with Marcus Peters. We've done this shit with numerous people. Like, I'm not going to keep trying to, what do we do next year once we get halfway through the season, it don't work, and then we start fucking saying, get rid of him, let's get another guy. Like, let's just quit getting another guy. Let's just get Harbaugh, let this dude come in, break his shit down, and let him go, man. I mean, look, dude, he's probably not going to lose in his first season. I've literally said, dude, he has really good resources here, dude. He literally has, if you're looking in the defensive side, like, if he was just to cut every person and then just keep Max Crosby, fucking, Malcolm Kuntz is good depth piece, frickin', you go Nate Hobbs, you're going to go Tyler Hall. I mean, you can go Troy Polamalu. You can go frickin' Spillane, Masterson. I mean, there's some good defensive pieces there. Tyree, you got to leave him there and see where he is. If he don't work out in the next year or two, you move on. Offensively, I mean, damn, you got your receivers. I feel like I'm gonna get off of Devontae. Like, I'm just dead ass. I'm gonna get off Devontae. I'm not doing that shit. I think we're at a point where we need to quit worrying about individuals' names and big contracts and we're gonna go playoffs. Like, we need to move Devontae to the Jets or to the Bills, which is a topic we'll talk about later on. We need to, get whatever the hell we need back out of it. But the thing is we need the money more than anything. We need to rebuild the team. We need to restructure the money. Both sides. I've said, like, dude, listen, what got us success even under Gruden and even under Del Rio's time was building up the offensive line. We need to rebuild the damn offensive line back up. So if we can rebuild the offensive line back up, get it to where, people that Jacobs, we can go sign Jacobs, because I believe if Harbaugh comes here, he's going to try to keep Jacobs, man. He'll give him the money. He'll try to build the line and let Josh go, because he knows he can ground and pound. He knows he's got to get started first. He's got to get going first, So that's all I say is like, that's why I think he would stay. I think Adams would go just so he can clear the money. I've even said I think Renfro too. I mean, if you get rid of Renfro and you get rid of Adams, that's $55 million just in 2 players, dude. Literally 2 players. If you're sitting there saying like you're gonna get rid of fucking James, fucking Van Rotten, fucking Munford, you're gonna get 3 new different D line or offensive linemen, like. In a center, like you can rebuild the whole entire fucking Raiders line to be a ground and pound, which is Harbaugh. That's what Jim Harbaugh does. Ground and pound, gets good defenses to build on. He's going to take that money, switch it over to the defense. He's going to put in good players where they belong. He'll probably stack up that line, get us some cornerbacks. That's the shit we need to do. We need to quit saying like, oh, we can hope that we'll get lucky and free agent get this one guy, or we can get this one guy out of the draft. No, man, dude, we need to get our corners. We need to get safeties. We need to get D tackles, D ends. Like, we need to get offensive linemen. I mean, we need to get quite a few. We need a running back, dude. I mean, fuck, outside of Jacobs, we don't have shit. So, I mean, we got to get a lot of things going on here, So, I don't know. What do you think?
Well, the Zamir White, he's just not developed, and maybe it's not fair because of how the coaching is. But despite that, you got to see that this guy doesn't square his shoulders that well, and that's why he gets taken down easier. And then we got like that Brandon Bolden. I've been saying forever, he sucks. Why did we even have him? He didn't do shit. And then we have these other 2 running backs that can't stay healthy and everything. And sorry, but if you can't stay healthy in this business, it's an unfair business. It's pretty cruel. They got to go. Sounds bad, but we've had too much injuries on the running backs, where we still got quite a bit of running backs still, but and the fact that we cut that Jacob fullback, but then he's on practice squad, but
yeah.
I mean, we gotta make some decisions, but yeah, if you're gonna get like rid of all these other guys like Zamir White, I think Amir Abdul, he's just a more veteran version of a Jalen Richard, except he's more of a receiving back than a Jalen Richard. That's what he really is. Small guy, maybe not as bulky as Jalen Richard.
Dark, appreciate you, bro.
I mean, he is a very daring player, and I respect that. But he's a little more of a veteran. He's not, he's not a young guy, But he played pretty damn good, though. But, he's just not a true running back. He's a scat back, But I think with Jim Harbaugh, if he's our head coach, I think he will probably draft a quarterback, or he'll get one in free agency that's cheaper, that will fit his system well. Or he might do both and, could have 3 running backs. I don't think we'll do 4 running back rotation. I think it'll be a 2 running back and 1 just as a backup completely.
Like, this is the one thing I would ask you, like, as a fan, right? As a fan.
Yeah.
A lot of people, like, they pretty much know, like, for the most part, like, people are advocating Ben Johnson.
Mhm.
People are advocating, oh, if John was to come back, or Harbaugh, or AP, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
At the end of the day, no matter how anybody feels,
Mhm.
are we not supposed to put the most qualified people in the head coach and in the GM
Yeah.
position or in the quarterback position? Is that
Yeah.
not supposed to be like the most
Yeah, that's what
crucial
you got to do.
thing to do, right? That's
You have
the
to be
most crucial thing.
logical, not emotional.
Why is anybody even advocating AP to begin with then? There's nothing
Well,
logical about the AP to be a head coach. It
no.
would be like the guy with the most least knowledge period at that position that's gonna get it and run our franchise, and we're okay with that. And look,
Yeah.
that's like you. That'd be like you running a multi-billion-dollar company.
Yeah.
You sit and say that, hey, this dude's been in every single type of management, knows how to do sales, knows how to manage the money, and you pass on the best guy out there for the job, and you take a guy that's never fucking even managed money a day in his life.
Yeah.
Like you can't do things like that at those high of level, dude. Like if you're in a convenience store and you want to give a guy a chance at the cashier, there's a big difference. There's a big fucking difference. But to sit there and just advocate that you would give up on dudes that have, I mean, I don't give a shit anybody's feelings about John Gruden. He's way more qualified than fucking AP will ever, ever. And Bo Hardigree or any of these guys. Like I don't even know why people are so like, hey man, why are we saying on AP? This is why I'm saying on AP. Because if Josh McDaniels coached out the rest of the fucking season, AP wouldn't even be thought of as a fucking head coach, period. Not here, not anywhere in the NFL, not at any given team, not anywhere. But the Raiders, they always do this stupid ass shit, and then they get their fans that'll sit here and be like, oh yeah, look at what he's done. No, listen, what he's done is the exact same thing Josh McDaniels done. There's no difference, dude. The energy in the Giants game was great. I talked about that it was going to happen. I said, dude, like fucking 90% of the time when we change coaches to interns, they usually win the first game for their coaches. Nothing new. I literally spoke about that in the whole entire show. I've literally said it, dude. And then every single thing after it's been the exact same thing that Josh McDaniels scheme. Josh and them are not fucking here. So why do you still have the same shit happening, dude? Like everybody indicated that the reason that this team was going through problems, the reason that this team was struggling is because Josh McDaniels didn't know or this, that. Hey, listen, Josh hasn't been here for over 4 weeks. The team has been running the exact same way, losing games the same way, giving up leads the same way, fucking panning out in the offense the same fucking way. All that shit's been the exact same. And then we're over here got fans advocating that we want to have these fucking guys our head coach next year. No, we do fucking not. No, we don't. I mean, I get it, dude, that people ride a guy because of the town. I don't build my team from the town the guy comes from. I build my team for the best qualified people at those positions, dude. I don't give a fuck, dude. I'm not pass on some fucking guy that got fucking, damn near 200 plus fucking wins with barely 50 fucking losses or 80 losses. And we're talking about a fucking guy that's barely even coached high school fucking football. No, hell no. That is crazy as fuck, dude. Like, I'm passing, dude. Like, I don't care. So at the end of the day, people can go on the train about, hey, listen, at the end of the day, he shouldn't have lost the Dolphin game. At the end of the day, he shouldn't have got a 14 points against the Chiefs and then let the Chiefs score 31 and we only get 3. Like, that shit fucking matters, dude, and it matters massively. When you look at the Jets game and people indicate that, but we beat the Jets. You didn't beat the Jets with Aaron Rodgers. You beat the Jets with fucking Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson's trash. He outmissed fucking Zach. He outmissed Garrett Wilson down the fucking sideline 3 times for 3 burners for touchdowns, and Zach couldn't get the ball to him once. So that's Zach's problem, dude. Like, we can't just sit here and say like, oh man, we look past all the main things that get these people to where they're at. You can't do that. And then if you advocate for that guy, we're just advocating that we're just suck. That's what we're advocating. And I've said it. You look at the Broncos, they're probably the most improved team through the whole season. They're firing on all cylinders. They literally cut a lot of their players. They got dudes just playing at a phenomenal level. We're going to go in and play them again. and our quarterback can't get over fucking he can't even score 7 points either. Like he's Jimmy G, bro. He can't get 6 points per game. Like, we're not gonna win games like that, dude. Like, can't win like that. Derek Carr, man, he might have fucking 1 touchdown this game, but fucking 3 or 4 the next. He might have 2 or 3. Like, this fucking guy, he's a 4 touchdown 6 games. Like, I'm cool on that, dude. Like, nah, man, we're starting to not look too good, period. And then we're sitting here bragging about these are the guys. Hell no, not me. Because you know why? Harbaugh's going to come in here. He's going to build an offensive line. He's going to give Jacobs a chance to go run behind this. He'll play ground and pound. He'll look across the way at Andy Reid and laugh at him because he know he can beat his fucking ass. He beat him with the fucking Chiefs or with the Niners. You're going to beat him over here. He's competition, dude. He can look at Sean Payton say the same thing, dude. Like, Harbaugh ain't fucking going to shy down from these guys. And it doesn't matter if it's Belichick, because he'll probably look at Belichick too and say, hey, guess what? I beat your ass too when you're in your prime going to your Super Bowl run. So he don't give a shit. Like, that's all I'm trying to say is like, at the end of the day, and I'm not saying you beat him in Super Bowl, I'm just saying you beat him in the game. But at the same time, I just feel like he gives us the fairest chance to go out and win right now. If he breaks down the team, moves that money around, his management team's going to know how to distribute it and know where to put it. At the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. It's not about, hey, we'd like you, come learn on our clock. Fuck that. Don't fucking come learn on our fucking clock, dude. I'll fucking pass on that dumbass shit, because for me, I would rather wait and salute, right? I would rather wait and like have AP, like, for instance, dude, like we like him, right? A lot of people like him. I don't know why they don't advocate that he goes back to the XFL or even tries to stay here under fucking Harbaugh. So if something happens with Harbaugh in the next 3 to 5 years, AP gets the job. Like, that's the thing I'm not understanding. Why don't we want AP to learn behind good people before that happens? You know, like, that's the only things that I think about is that you can't do those things where you're not trying to protect your team and the franchise. You need to protect the team and the franchise. And smart business would say, AAP, we like the energy that you had here, you know, that you made a few faltering moments inside the season already, and big moments, dude. Like, people talk about want to make the playoffs, teams good enough to make a playoff run. Well, when you go out there and do 2 shit-ass plays in the first half and second half, that's why you're not making the playoffs, bro. Like, that's why you're not going. We needed to win that fucking game, dude. Like, this Chiefs game, hey, whatever it is, what it is. We need to win that game, dude. Like, and that shit's going to show up, and that's why we're not going to win games. And when people are like, yeah, but we went on a 5-game, you can't say that every year. You can't say that every year, because people have been saying for the last 20 fucking years that we're going to go on a run, and we've only done it fucking twice. So we can't keep saying that shit, dude. Like, the odds are when we did it last year, I think we were had a little bit more advantage than where we're at right now. But we got to go 2+ wins to start, and then fucking can't lose because that'll only tie us. Then you got to fucking go 2+ overs. So that's implying 4 out of the 5 you're gonna have to win, and that's not gonna work, dude. It's not gonna work. So, like I've said, I think what we need to do as a team, or franchises, to accept where we need to be at as a team. Do we keep putting fucking Band-Aids on, keep saying, oh, I just want to get this guy he could change it. Listen, all I'm trying to say is that there's nothing that Ben Johnson has shown in any motherfucking thing he's been at that he can fucking rebuild a team or even get a team to that point. He has proven fucking players that are over there. Any person that thinks Jared Goff was just fucking never played football all day before he ever got there is crazier than shit, because he was playing just fine over here with fucking Sean McVay. He just didn't work well, and Sean sent him, and he didn't feel like he was going to win the Super Bowl with him. But it wasn't like motherfuckers didn't know how to play football. Then to sit here and be like, oh, look what he did with these guys over here. Those college players are fucking, those were first-round picks, bro. I ain't even hear that shit. So when people imply those things or say those things, it just tells me, like, hey, they probably need to know football a little bit more. I'm just looking at the reality of where we need to be as a franchise and build this fucking team right, bro. Like, we need to rebuild this team right. Salute Mel Fabrizi. I appreciate you. Salute Westside. Salute to everybody coming in. Appreciate all you guys, man. I just say, like, dude, enough is enough, man. We need to quit acting like, oh, if fucking Ken Dorsey comes here, he's going to fix. He's over there with first-round picks, Josh Allen, all these dudes, too, and he got fucking fired, dude. Like, no, he's not, dude. Like, if we're talking about winning again, winning fucking for long term and being right, listen, Harbaugh is the fucking guy, and I'm gonna prove it to you guys right here, right now. I've heard people talk about David Shaw. Oh, David Shaw, he's the fucking guy. He's gonna come in. No, David Shaw is the farthest thing from the fucking guy. And listen, David Shaw came from Harbaugh's success, bro. It was Harbaugh at the OC. Shaw was behind him. Harbaugh left to Stanford, fucking broke that team down 07-08, built it up in 09, had a 12-1 season, got a job to the NFL for the Niners. Fucking Shaw went to the fucking Stanford, took over that team. That's Harbaugh's rebuilt fucking team, has 3 winning seasons with 12, 10 win seasons. Harbaugh comes here to the Niners, takes fucking Singletary's fucking defense and team and everything and that they couldn't do shit with. Reed fucking breaks it down, rebuilds it, got Alex Smith and motherfucking Kaepernick and fucking and Blaine motherfucking Gabbert, fucking takes them to a goddamn fucking Super Bowl, then takes them back to an NFC fucking championship, then fucking leaves up out of there because he says the fucking Niners and the organization and the NFL isn't fucking honest, that they don't respect their head coaches, don't value long-term contracts, blah, blah, blah. Said that there is more loyalty in the NFL or in college. They'll give you a 20-year contract right here, right now. So Harbaugh was like, fuck it. We tried to interview him in that time as he was going back. So did the Bears, and he turned everybody down. He said there was no loyalty in the NFL. So he goes back, fucking, here's David Shaw over here in Stanford. He's starting to plummet. Finally, he plummets. He can't get back up at all. He goes 4 losing seasons, and now I don't even think he's employed this year. And then we're talking about putting that motherfucker on our squad. He got 3-9 record for 4 years in a row. You guys even do your research? Do you even check into the fucking guy? The only reason that they're talking about David Shaw is because they brought up fucking Harbaugh, being fucking Oakland and LA natives, that's the only reason Shaw's name even got brought up there. And if you guys don't know that, you need to pay attention to football a little bit more. That guy's career has plummeted off at the end. Now, you want to know what's funny about Harbaugh? Every single fucking place that Harbaugh's ever gone, his stamp's right on it. Stanford, fucking ground and pound football and fucking good defensive team still to this day. Niners, still ground and pound football, good defense to this day. Fucking Michigan, fucking ground and pound defense still, or ground and pound offense, still a great defense to this day. That's how he builds it everywhere he fucking goes, dude. And we're over here talking about, oh, we want to see what fucking AP and fucking and Graham can do, and let's go look for another OC. Fuck that. Fuck that. Jim Harbaugh comes right in here. He gonna fix that fucking offense instantly because that's his fucking baby. He knows defense just as well as he knows offense. Dude, he has his brother John. That's fucking, like I've said, that's toss players back and forth through their fucking organizations from the NFL into the college. And just like I've said, if you go and look at fucking Jesse Minton, dude, I'm telling you, this is the guy that Harbaugh is going to bring with. I just have this feeling because I feel like Vic would be the guy, but I don't know if we can get Vic from, I don't know his relationship with Goofy, man. Like, that's just all I'll say. I just don't know his relationship with Goofy. So I'm going to say straight up, dude, that when you look at Jesse Minton, this guy has fucking got great success with Michigan, dude. And people will say, like, yeah, but why would a guy leave out of Michigan, when they're thriving and come here? You know why? Because the organization in Michigan's only going to thrive as long as the talent that Harbaugh put in there and built, because he's the one that's done it. Those coaches are only going to take the fucking credibility for so fucking long before it plummets. You don't believe me? Go look it up. It's happening in college for years on years. This shit happens all the fucking time. And then, yeah.
I don't want to cut you off, but I was gonna say, bro, I agree what you're saying with, bro, and everything with it. Like, don't get me wrong, I think Jim Harbaugh would be such a great option And like, I think that's something that the team really needs is just somebody that can lead. And AP is a great role model. He's a great, voice in the locker room. But at the end of the day, he's not getting the job done. We can't beat teams. And I just feel like the problem with our fan base is I don't know how they would react in a way, because if you notice, they haven't said anything about Antonio Pierce in like the last 2 or 3 weeks, because he won and then like he lost in 2 games. All of a sudden now we're just blaming players. And it's just like, bro, if we were to have a guy like Jim Harbaugh, I was gonna say, like, how would our fan base react in a way? They'd be like, oh, did we just give up on AP, a guy that really cares about the locker room, for Jim Harbaugh, a guy that, still wants to, they just, they make up shit, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know how the fan base.
The way I look at it is that the team, from when I grew up and the way good franchises are made, they're not made by players' opinions. Coaches build teams. That's how the teams are done. It's not built by a fucking player. Players come and go every single year. Their contract might not match up. They may be here today. They'll be gone tomorrow. Players aren't what build franchises. It's coaches that bring players to franchises, get key people, keep them here, and then fucking move on from them. That's what they do. That's the correct way to build shit. And when you bring in Harbaugh, he's going to eliminate all the high money, dude. He's going to listen. If people don't look at his success record and development, there's a big problem. He's literally taken 2 or 3 of the fucking probably worst quarterbacks in football when he was here in the NFL and got their ass to a Super Bowl and then got them back to a motherfucking NFC championship. We're over here with fucking guys can't even get in the fucking 2-3 games. We can't get Josh to repeat 1,600 yards from last year. Harbaugh comes in here, first thing, change the offensive line instantly. Fucking defense, bam, got his guys over here, solidates it up. AP and them can't do that, bro. Like, listen, it's nothing against AP. I hate that even people even are bringing it up, that it's like, oh, but I can't think you'd say that against AP. Listen, AP wouldn't even have that fucking spot right now if they would have played out hard, or for Josh for the rest of the year. We wouldn't even be talking about him. That dude's only way that AP gets talked about in a conversation about being a head fucking coach is if somebody took a fucking bag, threw a bunch of fucking names in there, and reached in that bitch and pulled his fucking name out, because he is not qualified to be there. That's fucking in. So all these people that want to have the conversation about, oh, his morale got him nowhere because they ain't doing no different than what they've done with Josh. If his morale got him somewhere, I've said it, the offense is built way better than last year. People claim the defense is so good, man. Why in the fuck are they not winning all these games? We should have only lost the Chiefs game. Facts. Straight fucking facts, dude. The Dolphins were dying out, dude. They're not doing shit. We can't score offensively. It doesn't matter. The only way we're scoring on offense is if it's in a wide open fucking deal where Devontae's running 30 fucking yards, or somebody's got to get it out. Tucker, Jacoby, somebody's got to get it in an open field. You get down in that end zone, dude, we're kicking fucking field goals. Like, that's what the truth is. Like, you play people like Harbaugh, they're going to come in, they're going to play fucking ground and pound football. They're going to lead off the play action. Maybe he gets a fucking younger quarterback that has mobility. He has RPOs. Like, this guy literally comes from college where he builds these dudes and makes these guys. He literally takes J.J. McCarthy from fucking North Carolina, brings him over here, and still kicks the shit out of people, dude. Like, that's the type of shit I'm trying to talk about. And people are just like, oh, yeah, we'll just roll with fuck AOC and him. Nah, you guys roll however you want to roll. That's fine. At the end of the day, we can't do that. At the end of the day, we have to go for what's best for the franchise. You got to go best for what. Otherwise, those type of opinions are just going to keep getting us losses. They're going to keep getting us losses. Every single guy advocated Rich Bisaccia, blah, 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 blah. He ain't even he's a special team goddamn coach. Like, like, it's just getting old. It's getting old that's how people feel about our team.
It's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, they're fucking they don't care about our team. They don't value our fucking team. They don't care. They don't care about winning. They just care about saying some fucking guy's name, and then they want to act like, oh, you're being unfair. You're dumb. You're just fucking dumb. Like, and then this is the shit you got to deal with. That's the shit you got to deal with. You got to talk to a guy about Now, I gotta talk to a motherfucker, literally, that's trying to advocate to me that we need to keep a guy that has 0 NFL fucking experience in coaching. 0. Fuck what? Big old fat fucking 0. So I gotta argue with this fucking guy or debate him. Well, I feel like he shouldn't be there. And then next, I'm over here talking about a guy that's fucking dominated every goddamn place he's gone. He got best connections in all football. Got some of the best goddamn deal, and we're debating that. We're debating that, right? That's fucking crazy. That's crazy. You wonder why the Raiders fucking suck year in and year out, because we're debating this motherfucker got probably the baddest ass fucking rock. He probably, I can say, superstar, but for real superstar shit. And we're over here debating AP. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I'm not understanding this shit, man. I'm not understanding this shit. You know, we can't do that. We can't keep doing that. That's gonna kill our team. It's gonna kill everything. Damn, it's gonna kill everything, man. I can't do that. I said it, dude. I don't care about if it's John Gruden. I don't care about those things. Like, I can care less about John comes back for a third stand. I don't care. We cannot pass on hard. Dude, our team is fucked up. How in the fuck you guys don't see that shit? Our team fucked up. Goddamn line can't fucking block. Don't know what the hell they're gonna fucking do. Jacobs gets identified in the backfield and gets fucking murdered, dude. We're honing in on just 2 fucking receivers. We're not using nobody else in the whole fucking line. We got fucking 5 good fucking receivers. We throw to 2. How the fuck you guys not see that? How do you think your team's good when your corners are getting dusted on every single fucking week? Dusted! Fuck goddamn safeties can't fuck. They don't know if they're showing up or fucking sitting out. Motherfuckers don't know what the fuck they're doing. Defensive tackles that can't stop a bitch. You know what their fucking job is? Tackle, bitch. Says defensive tackle. Motherfuckers can't tackle. We're over here talking about, we're doing good. Our team's just a fucking player. You guys are dumb. Like, you're hella dumb, man. Like, I hate to be rude as fuck, but they're dumb. They're dumb as fuck because we're not a player or 2 away, dude. We're not even 5, probably. We're probably not even 5 starters away, dude. I bet you we're like 10, 15 players away, starters and backups. Like, we are fucking ways away, dude. And quarterback is like the key most position. I don't care if Harbaugh comes here and says, hey, in our first pick, I believe that we can win with Aiden O'Connell, so we're going to go cornerback. I would feel confident in that. I would feel 1,000% confident in fucking Jim Harbaugh telling me that he's going to roll with fucking AOC and fucking go win some shit. He didn't leave Michigan to come over to this bitch where he dominated like a motherfucker over there to start losing here. So I feel 100% confident in that motherfucker telling me that. But if I fucking hear AP and them tell me that, and you got motherfucking Jones, you got Daniels, you got all these fucking bad Bo Nix, fucking Penix, fucking Drake Mays, Caleb, all these badass motherfuckers, and we fuck up twice in a row? Nah, fuck that. No, fuck that. Tell all you guys, I swear to God, every time I come on, I just be like, you dumb fucks. Like, that's exactly what I'd be saying every time. Because that's dumb. That's hella dumb, dude. Like, you know, one of the topics that we're going to talk about tonight is about the Ziegler and fucking Josh shit that's going on right now, where Ziegler's basically come out on his fucking deal, talking about how basically Josh was suffocating him even too on what he was doing, how he wanted to go for CJ Stroud, how he wanted to go for fucking Young, this, that, the other. I said on this fucking show hella times, I debated it like 50 motherfucking times on this show that I said, hey, bro.
That too. I can vouch for that shit, bro.
Damn right. I said exact shit Ziegler said. I said I'd trade to that number 2 man and I'd give up for fucking Stroud. I said he'll fucking be there. I said it like 50 times. I said we can make that fucking trade. I said Kelly got connections with those motherfuckers. We can do this, man. And Ziegler was thinking the same thing, and fucking Josh fucked us on that shit. And then he says, oh, if Bryce is off, we're not going to go after him. What the fuck are you smoking, bro? Like, how in the fuck did you fuck up on that one? You picked fucking Bryce. He's garbage as shit. And you fuck up on Stroud, which we could have had with Chicago. And you motherfucker, Like, you are a motherfucker, dude. Like, I literally said the whole time through the whole entire draft process, dude, I said, I'll give up 2 firsts. I don't give a fuck what it takes to get us up to that second to get Stroud. I said it the whole time. I said, Stroud's going to be bad motherfucker. Stroud's going to be... Stroud's it, dude. I said it the whole time through the draft. Anybody watched our channel? Anybody that was in here? I advocated the exact same trade that Ziegler did, and this motherfuckers don't do it. You know? How in the hell do you do that shit, bro? Like, salute the menace, salute to all you guys popping up, man. Appreciate you guys, man. But how in the fuck do you do that, you know? And then now we're sitting here, and we're having a chance now that we're going to take AP's word on our fucking franchise on if we're rolling AOC or we're taking a franchise quarterback. Like, listen, man, listen. What credentials does he have at all that he can make a quarterback, or any guy on the roster that can make a quarterback, or who the best quarterback? Any of them? Who? Like Champ, right. I get it. Fuck that shit. If Harbaugh come up in here and Ed Dobbs come the fuck up over this motherfucker, both them bitches gonna know exactly who the fucking quarterback they need to get. They're gonna know. They ain't gonna sit there and be like, I think, hell no. Man, Harbaugh walk up in this bitch, he's gonna be like, yep, this guy, I watched him play the whole time. He don't crack under pressure. He's only getting big game moments. Got great arm, great mobility, stands the pot. Like, he gonna fuck no bitch plays against them or even coaches them. Like, that's the shit. You can't go against that. Ed Dobbs knows his shit, dude. He's, like I said, the best GM, young GM in the NFL right now, dude. Like I said, you can't fucking fuck this one up, man. This one can just really fuck up our whole deal, and we're going to go off what fucking if. I'm not going off what if, dude. Like, I don't care. People can be in their feelings. I've said it. You know how many times I've said that exact statement and been right? You know, like, we can't do that, man. We can't do that. And all I'm saying is at the end of the day, dude, I just want what's best for the franchise. I get it, dude. Find a way to keep AP here on the roster. Give him assistant head coach. Let him learn behind. If it's 5 or 10 years, dude, he's only fucking 40, bro. He'll be 50. He can be just fine to go in there and take over then, you know? But we can't be putting him in front of fucking guys like Harbaugh. You cannot fucking do that, man. Like, you'll get kicked in your fucking face so fast it wouldn't even be funny, and I don't think that would be a smart move, and it's not a logic move, man. Like, it's not fucking logic, dude. What's logic is, get fucking Jim here at all fucking costs. Let this fucking guy get his staff here. Let them break this bitch down to our fucking core players. Let him put his cornerstone. Listen, he got 18 or 22 dudes coming out of Michigan this year. We got fucking 7 picks before we've ever even started in the offseason. He can most definitely bring dude corner pieces right here, right now to this team and give us a good structure to go forward, going forward. And he knows, look, these guys aren't coming here going like, oh, they got to learn a new system. Oh, we don't know if they're going to. No, they're coming right to the shit they just left. Literally fucking just left, and they had a great production in there, and they're going to have that same shit fucking here. When Harbaugh sits here and says, hey, man, we need to match up fucking Max over here, guess what? This guy been doing it for me for years. Let's get him over here and get him with Max, dude. That, you know that shit. If he sits and says, hey, these guys are having a problem with gap eaters, well, guess what? I've been having this motherfucker fill gaps the whole fucking 4 years he's been here. You know, you can't, that's invaluable information, dude. Like, he knows who these people are instantly. Like, he knows it, dude. Like, so all I'm saying is you can't look past those things, man. And we're sitting here looking at Josh, you know, like I've said, I'm a man, I'll eat crow and a lot of things, you know. I've said, like, I wanted the best for Josh and Ziegler. I advocated Ziegler the whole time. I told people, like, they're crazy if they think Ziegler is bad. He's one of the best fucking guys out there, I felt. But, you know, like I said, they come as a group, they leave as a group. The thing is that I just hate that Josh was fucking up Ziegler that much. Like, that sucks, bro. Like, that sucks, man. So I feel like if Ziegler would have got his time to shine, man, we would have kept Stanham. We would have got fucking Stroud, dude. We had a great quarterback fucking room with this. Can you imagine if Stroud was dropping bombs to Devontae fucking Adams, bro? Look what Stroud's doing with Noah from the goddamn Dallas. What's he got? Collins over there? Fucking Like, what the fuck is over here?
I'm not gonna lie though. Did you hear about what CJ Stroud did and about Tank Dell?
No.
About how in the draft, CJ Stroud said when he was drafted by the Texans the next day, the Texans asked him if there was one receiver you preferred on the team, who would it be? And he said Tank Dell because him and Tank had
Dell
great connection in the combine.
Yeah.
And look at him now, the fucking Texans just being hella good, bro.
No, you're right, dude.
Quarterbacks.
Yeah, you're right because like you look at those guys and then you think about him here with Tucker, Jacoby, fucking Devontae, fucking Mayer, dude. I mean Jacobs, man, this dude would have fucking slayed it, dude. We would have had
he would dream
12
for an
wins.
offense. He would dream for an offense like that, man.
And this is the things that fucking just worry me about Josh McDaniels. Why in the fuck would you not trade up there to get that motherfucker? Like, you really said, like, did he not say at one point he can make a high school fucking quarterback an all-pro? Isn't that what he said? I mean, this motherfucker, he ain't gonna make fucking shit. He gonna take Brett Favre and make him an MVP. Like, I really believe that. I feel like Brady was like, yeah, bitch, hold my pocket. Like, I think Brady was like, hey, I like your plays. Like, you make great plays, but I can call them better. Like, literally, because there's no fucking way that you fucking fuck up on that like that, bro. Like, that's crazy.
Brady screamed at Josh McDaniels before. He screamed at him because it was a bad play.
Yeah, I just feel like I feel the most for me right now is Ziegler wanted Stroud and Josh wanted Bryce, and he fucked that motherfucking shit up. I'd love to slap him right in the back of the fucking head, dude. Like, little kid trying to get into the candy. Yeah, man. You know, that's a major fuck up, dude, on our franchise, man. Like, that's a major fuck up. And, you know, Dark, that's got to be probably, your statement is probably one of the most truest statements right now. And people aren't even looking at it like this. Like, people are just looking at what's going on right now as, like, if they're looking at AP because of what he is, or, you know, what, you ain't looking at the big picture. Listen, Staley's going to be the fuck up off that team, dude, literally. And they're going to get a defensive coordinator that can actually call that team. And if we as Raider fans are delusional that we don't look at the team for what it is, it's probably one of the best built, like, has the best talent team on it, but they just can't fucking coach it. They got great offensive players. They got great fucking defensive players, and we're just not even paying attention because Staley's so fucking stupid. He goes for it on fourth down. He suffocates fucking Herbert, and even when he does suffocate Herbert's still putting up 5,000 fucking yards, dude. But when you get a quarterback or a coach in there, like I said, if Bill Belichick ends up over there and all he's got to do is call the defense, and fucking Keelan Moore is going to call that offense, oh boy, this shit going to get for real quick, dude. So ain't going to be able just to look past that shit. And then there's no way you can argue Peyton and fucking Broncos, dude, and Russell, dude. Like, Peyton was bagging on Russell hella hard in the beginning of the season. They were struggling hard as fuck. They couldn't do shit. Fucking team wasn't going nowhere, dude. They cut fucking Randy Gregory, Frank fucking Clark. They start moving fucking dudes around. Next thing you know, Courtland Sutton becomes one of the fucking best fucking red zone threats, dude. He's popping up out of fucking nowhere. Team wins 5 in a fucking row against good fucking teams, and even teams in the fucking play going in the like first round playoffs. And then fucking we're just looking right past that like that shit doesn't matter. Then we get over to the fucking Chiefs that have been kicking the fuck out of us the whole entire time. Here implying like, hey bro, let's get a fucking defensive team and let's beat them. Peyton is fucking offense like a motherfucker, and he, don't get me wrong, Peyton does know defense really well too, but he is offensive coordinator and he just ass-handed it to the Chiefs, dude. So I don't give a fuck if somebody wants to say, well, the Chief wasn't playing this or Holmes this day. Hey, listen, motherfucker, Andy Reid don't fuck around on any day. It doesn't matter how anybody playing. And to hold that motherfucking 9 points, man, they were doing something right. So, and then you're going to go look at the Chiefs, where every time we play them, they do us like that. We were fucking 17-0'd, and they still came back on us. We go in this one, we're 14-0'd, and they 31-3'd us. Like, what the fuck, you know? So if we're not sitting here if we're not looking at the big picture that we're like, hey, bro, They might have Belichick and Keelan Moore. They might have Sean fucking Payton. They might have fucking Andy Reid. And we're fucking talking about AP, where Andy Reid just licking his fucking chops the whole time, and AP like, yeah, okay. And then Belichick gonna be like, yep, fucking, you're gonna be the fucking Jets in this division, bud. Like when he was dominating that division, like the Patriots division, like that's what they're gonna look at him as, and that's facts. It doesn't matter about your feelings. That's how they're fucking big fish in big water, bro. And and listen, we literally just went from like, okay, people were talking about the AFC West, dude. You know they're good, but they're not. Oh no, we elite. Like AFC West is fucking elite. It's probably the best fucking division in all football, hands fucking down, you know? So there's no debating it at those points. Dude, that's going to be the toughest, the hardest, the baddest ass motherfucking division in all fucking football. It's going to be an all-out fucking war like it was in the NFC West, dude, when it fucking had when they had the Seahawks, the Niners, the fucking Arizona, and the Rams all fucking battling hella hard in that division, dude. That's it. But this is going to be next level shit. This is going to be straight fucking superstar shit. So no. Listen, when Harbaugh sits on the opposite side of every one of these motherfuckers, Harbaugh views them the same as they view him. Harbaugh say, I've already beat you, Andy. I've already beat you, Sean, and I've already beat you, fucking Bill. So I'm not. They're not doing that to him. And all Harbaugh has to know is when he gets here, he knows how these guys have played in the past. He's just gonna have to know how they play now. But this is facts. This is facts. I already know Harbaugh will build a line, and he will keep Jacobs, and he will ground and pound the fuck out of that ball. That's what he will fucking do. And then he'll play off the play action. Again, he'll play RPO. That's what he's going to do, man. He'll just open up the field for us. And that's what we need, man. It's exactly what we need. He knows the success. He knows the recipe. And he knows the defense. He knows how to put it all together, man. So if we're just going to keep being blind to this shit, we're going to keep losing for a lot of years. You mark my words, man. If I'm wrong, dude, you guys come over, trash me as hard as you want. Tell me this, that. Hey, listen, if Harbaugh gets here, bro, you're going to watch, dude. It's going to be a year breaking it down, and you'll probably even he might win in his first year. In the Niners, bro, his worst season was 9-7. Even in a losing season, even in struggling and everything, he's 9-7, bro. Like, he doesn't lose, man. That's not what he does. Like, the guy is very smart. He has so much resources. John Harbaugh don't fucking lose over there in Baltimore either, dude. Like, these guys don't have the systems they got and the success they have because they're dumb. Rex and Rob didn't fucking lose. They were fucking known to be their best what they were doing. There are guys out here that have these tangibles that just surpass all kinds of people, man. Listen, at the end of the day, I get the AP feeling, dude. Let's do the smart thing. Let's do the smart thing for once in our fucking life as the Raiders and ask AP to just take a fucking assistant head coach, revert back to the damn defensive team and linebacker coach, and fucking stay there. Because that's the right fucking thing to do. That's the right thing to do. Tell Harbaugh when he gets up in here, like, hey, we're going to keep him here. We're going to give him that tag. And that's what you have to do, man. We can't keep having these dumbass fucking debates about, no. I don't fucking care. I'm tired of this shit. It's not the right move. His degree, it's fucking zero. It's fucking zero. It's like cashier going to the fucking federal bank and asking them to have the fucking management job. No, you can't do that, man. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. So we can't do that. We can't imply that. We can't ask our fan base to say that. Fan base has to take it just like AP takes it at the fucking podium. He knows the clock's ticking. He knows he's probably going to be taking an extended break longer than the rest of this team because he knows where the consequences are getting him. He knows that he should have went all out when he got here. He realizes that he's fucked up on that deal. From here on out, that's all he can do is all fucking out. Hope he beat Kansas City on Christmas Day in their house. Change the way everybody feels. Don't get into the playoffs. Don't go to the playoffs, AP. You go to the playoffs, you're fucking done. You're not going to come back here. You're going to get destroyed in the playoffs, dude. You're going to take a team that people are going to say, he rallied, he built, he got going and got fucking mutilated. And no, you can't do that. You get as far as the last game of this season and call it fucking what it is. Beat Kansas City to clear your job if that's what you're asking. But there's no way you're going to convince me that if Harbaugh is standing at the fucking door right here right here, right now. And they say, like, look, I get people are like, we don't want to give him a 10-year contract. Fine, I don't give a fuck. Give him 5 year, $15 million a year. I can give a fuck. Give him 5 year, $15 million a year, and let that motherfucker go because he's gonna get his shit done. He's gonna get it done. I know for a fact. There's nowhere in his deal that says he's not. There's not a spot in his resume on any destination from fucking Stanford to fucking the NFL to fucking Michigan at any time that he dropped that he didn't just skyrocket the fuck back up and punch them right in their mouth. Like, he didn't just go from like, oh man, we went from 3-9 and now we're fucking, now we're fucking 8 and fucking whatever, what is 3-9, 12 games? So fucking, they're not sitting there saying in 12, this fucking guy went from like 3-9 to fucking 12-0. Like, there's a big fucking difference. And he didn't just do it once. He did it his whole time. So, like, I'm not going to look past that shit, bro. And I'm not sitting here going to say AP on the same ground as this guy when he ain't even coached a year. I can't do that, man. I can't do that. We got to stop doing that shit. And I just feel like the sooner that we stop doing that shit, somebody's like, the sooner we quit doing that shit, the better we can be as a team, a franchise, and going forward, because that's what's going to matter. People don't got to like Harbaugh. People sit and say, well, players don't. I don't give a fuck about the players because I'm tired of people keep saying that, well, you got to build a team to. No, you do not. The players are not what build the fucking team. I don't know why we flipped the script on that shit, dude. I don't know where the fuck that shit came from. Coaches build teams. Done. Coaches build players. Coaches develop players. Coaches bring players here. Coaches build the motherfucking team. They always have, and they always fucking will. And if a fucking player don't like it, pack your shit, get the fuck out of here. Otherwise, shut the fuck up and go play football, because that's what I'm giving you millions of fucking dollars to do. I'm not giving you millions of dollars to hear your fucking opinion and your feelings over here. I'm giving you millions of dollars to run this fucking route against that fucking team and get me some motherfucking touchdowns and first down and shut the fuck up. You want to celebrate in the fucking end zone? Celebrate the fucking end zone. Otherwise, I don't want to hear your shit. Like, the fucking end. Like, Harbaugh will be that motherfucker. That's the motherfucker you need. That's the motherfucker we want. That's the guy. He morale's fuck. He's been in college for 13 years. There ain't guys over here saying, oh, Jim Kent morale guys and cheerlead dudes. He's probably the best cheerleader out there. And he knows how to call an offense. And he knows how to build a fucking team. Like, nah, man. Nah, we got to get past this dumbass fucking idea of bullshit, It's just like Ziegler. Ziegler said at the podium, right? Did he not? Did he not say, the last word comes through me? That's what he fucking said at his first day in the presser, bro. And this bitch come out right now talking about Josh suffocated me. Josh didn't, I wanted this guy. You should have told Josh to fuck off. You can't coach him? Don't fucking come here, bitch. What'd I say? Josh will end up costing him his fucking career, dude? Like, oh, man, I feel so bad for this dude. Like, you're his buddy, dude, and you got kicked in the face with him. Like, fuck, dude. I'd have loved to hear Ziegler go tell. Ziegler's a baller, bro. He's cool as fuck, man. That guy was cool as fuck, man. Like, he's a cool-ass guy. And to sit here and hear all the shit that he said, dude, I'm just like, man, I just want to go punch Josh for him, man. Like, literally.
Ziegler didn't want to lose the first and second round pick just to get Devontae Adams. He was kind of against that because he likes to have a first and second round pick.
He said Josh wanted all veterans. He didn't want the rookies playing, only wanted veteran players playing. He didn't want to fucking go with certain deals, didn't want to trade up, wanted Bryce, didn't want CJ, told him that, he can't get this guy. Like, that's fucking dumb. That's fucking so dumb, man. Like, that like, the problem is like, I've never had an issue with it with Gruden because Gruden shows development. He knows how to build his players. So I've never had an issue with what Gruden decides. People may not like the defensive side of what he does. His offense shit always comes together. I said 15 years out of the NFL and still had top 10 offense and Carr averaged like 27 points per year. So, like, again, he had one of the best offenses, top 10. I mean, fucking, so
Yeah.
To sit, and like I said, he sat out for over fucking 15 years. So if you're sitting there saying his play calling is fine, the defensive play calling was trash. But when we're talking hardball, man, we're not gonna have that shit. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, it'd be like the biggest dream come true to hear them say that Mark Davis finally did something he should have fucking did and hired the right motherfucker for the job. Like, it's gonna be like where it could be pouring rain and snowing like a motherfucker right now, and then all of a sudden it's like, hallelujah, and the fucking clouds just spread and the fucking light shines down, and you're like, what the hell is going on? You know, like, because that's the correct move to do at this moment, where people sit and say, like, the people sit here and say, yeah, but Mark just put in, you know, $70 million to Gruden, and he's put in 85 to Josh and Ziegler. Who gives a fuck? He got $2.3 billion, motherfuckers. I don't know if people understand what $2.3 billion can do, but $2.3 billion can pay you John Gruden's contract 23 fucking times over. So I'm pretty sure you can afford to eat those two and give Harbaugh is. Like, he most definitely can, you know. Z was an innocent casualty, but he should have stood his ground and and told Josh to fuck off. Hey, facts, bro. I mean, it's facts. He should have told Josh to fuck off, dude. Like, on the real, when he knew his job was in jeopardy, dude, he should have been like, yeah, Josh, sorry, bro. Like, sorry, bro. If you can't coach Stroud, man, you're bad. But this is what pisses me off about Mark as a fucking owner. If John Gruden was the owner, he would have fucking been like, Zeke, pull the trigger on Stroud. He would have been like, you need to get that motherfucker. That dude's generational. Like, he would have been right there with him, dude. He would have been talking to him about him and been like, hey, bro, what are you thinking? Like, he would have been like, yep, that's me. Jerry Jones, any guys, Kraft, any of these dudes that are in depth in their team. Mark ain't in depth in his team. Guy's a bitch, dude. Like, he's a straight bitch. And then outside of that, we miss on a fucking quarterback that can be the fucking future of the NFL. Like, this is getting fucking ridiculous, dude. You know what I mean? So I feel like Josh, I don't know. I feel like he just sabotaged the shit out of our whole team, because why didn't he see that? He's supposed to be this quarterback guru. Why didn't he see that shit? You know? So I don't know, man. I'm at the point anymore where I'm done with all this fucking bullshit of what if. Like, Josh wasn't qualified. Yeah. Like, what if Bill Belichick was like, hey, I would take the Raiders' job? Would people be against it? I mean, Bill Belichick knows what the fuck he's doing. Josh didn't. You know, Harbaugh knows what he's doing. Fucking Josh didn't. You know, like, you can't take guys that know the job, like, better than anybody and then just act like they don't fucking matter. Like, you'd be lucky to even have a guy like that consider our team as a fucking one of his 2 fucking destinations and probably one of his top 2 of every team. Like, yeah, you can't just look past that shit, dude. Like, I've said it, dude. Like, if I was Mark, I'm telling you right now, it's everything for Jim. Like, everything. I don't give a fuck. And the minute Jim comes off the board, that's when I say, okay, let's step back for a minute. Let's look at the rest of the NFL and see who we got here. Till then, I'm not doing that, man. I'm going all in or nothing for him, you know? So, I don't know. I mean, I can talk on this. We're going to be talking on Jim for a long time, so we might as well just move on.
Yeah.
But I just feel like I want to keep advocating. I'm going to keep talking Jim into existence, because I feel like he's the one that needs to be talked into existence. Do you want to talk on, like, why, if Jim does become the quarterback, why he would or want to take a quarterback?
I mean, since we're on,
the coach. While we're on the topic, we might as well just knock off these individual topics real quick.
Yeah, I could say something about Jim Harbaugh being the head coach. I do believe he would build up the offense a little quicker than, even faster than Gruden. I think he would concentrate mostly on the O-line, especially with the running game. And then, he'd still keep Josh Jacobs, but he would want to develop running backs and make sure that they're all utilized. He'll do a better running back rotation. I think he'll do that. I think he'll utilize the tight ends a lot, because we have some good tight ends. And and he'll take advantage of Hooper and Michael Mayer, and I think he'll use them for play action, or even for the run, and even screen passes too. So yeah, I think that he'll do that, and he is balanced. He knows how to get the right people. Where Josh McDaniels, let's just be honest, he was never a good game manager, and the best head coaches are game managers. They have to manage their whole staff, and he just didn't do that. And there was miscommunication, and that's why we weren't winning games, even against our teams. Last year, the same thing. And there was a scapegoat for blaming certain players, and then when they're gone, and all of a sudden we're like super sorry. So yeah, Jim Harbaugh's the right move.
Yeah, I think people will start noticing it as the closer we get. I mean, you just have too many. There's just too many inconsistencies. There's going to be too much fall off, So, like I've said, I mean, if I would, this is the biggest thing, dude. Is like for me, like for this topic that talking about if you would take a quarterback or not. I would just say it like this. I would trust his opinion if he said that he can win, get to a Super Bowl with AOC. So if he doesn't take one of these guys, I would not feel bad. I would be like, all right, Jim, if you're risking your fucking career on AOC, bro, like I'll ride and die with you, bro. But I know that Jim's gonna come in here and be like, nah, man, we need to get mobility. We need a mobile guy. I believe I believe strongly if he sees Bo Nix at that spot, he's taking his ass, dude, because I believe Harbaugh needs a guy that can stand in the pocket, that can play the game of football and still be able to be a little mobility and out routes, things of those. But he has shown when he came here with Kaepernick that he can get a guy that'll take off running too. So I think it's just going to be what he feels. I'm all for it. So all I would say is like I would feel like 100 times more confident if he chose if we need a quarterback or not. Like his opinion matters a fucking lot to me. So basically, we already talked on the Josh and Ziegler talk because I think that's some bullshit. The more times that the news is going to come out, finding out this guy really fucked up our team and set it back massively. Let's see what we can stay on somewhere around this topic, and then we can move into a different one so we don't come back. All right, so basically, like another conversation here, how much Josh could have saved his career, and it wasn't Ziegler, which we kind of really spoke on that right now. Yeah. Basically, Josh could have saved his career by drafting fucking Stroud because he's a fucking dipshit. And if he would have drafted Stroud, I mean, this motherfucker probably still be employed for sure. Yeah. So you can just chalk that one up to him. And then Ziegler, like we already talked about, dude, is more fucking on Josh than Ziegler. So outside of that, what I would ask you is like, and this was a Ray question, is do you see us going on a winning streak like we did last year? Do you see us going into the end of this season and these next 5 games? I think we're playing the Vikings, the Colts, the Chargers, Broncos, and Chiefs. Can you really see us going in here and going 5-0 in this next stretch? Like, is that a real option, or is it just make believe?
It's completely make believe. The Vikings, I'm starting to think there could be a possibility we could beat them. I don't believe we could beat the Chiefs the second time. The Chargers, I'm starting to think we could beat the Chargers, which means that I will take the fruit pie in the face if we beat them. But there's a good chance we could beat the Chargers. But the Broncos,
What are you taking a fruit pie to the face for?
If we beat the Chargers.
If we beat them, you're taking a pie?
I'm taking the pie in the face. Remember that?
Why?
Me?
Why do you take the pie?
I originally said that if we got, I
remember you saying the bet. I just
if I lost, if we won one game against the Chargers, I'd take a pie in the face. I said that. Remember that? Yeah. I said that, and I'll be gladly to take that fruit pie in the face. I don't care.
I remember Yonder bringing up the fact like, hey, why not cherry or something? And you're like, hell no, I'll take the cheapest fucking pie I can get. So I remember that.
I'll crumble that motherfucker right on my face if we beat the Chargers.
You know, and that's all I say. Like, I agree, dude. I don't think we're gonna go out and win 5 games in a row. I'm just gonna be real, man. Like, let's just be real, okay? Listen, Dobbs, when he came from Arizona, dude, he was having good games, bro. And then he got to the Vikings and he played really good games. And then he has this bad game. Everybody has bad games, man.
Yeah.
And you know, when you get into a bye week, dude, just like they are, and then you're gonna come off it just like we are, and then they're gonna get Jefferson back and everybody, dude. Like Dobbs, I don't even know if Dobbs has had dudes like Addison and Jefferson on the same team that well. I mean, that's high caliber shit. Yeah. And then we're gonna act like, oh, they're not gonna be no good. That's crazy. Brian Flores is playing fucking good defense. I mean, everybody has that.
They embarrassed them.
If it's a division game, though, I've said that a hell of times.
They know each other better.
That's facts. I've said division games can embarrass people. I talk about it all the time on this channel when we talk about division games. I say I don't care if you're 16-1 and 0-16 and come across a division team, they can beat your ass, dude. Like that's how that shit. They don't fuck around like that. They've been playing you for fucking 50, 60 years. Like they know what the fuck you're doing. Like. If they walk into their archive, they got more tape on you than you probably got yourself, you know, like literally every damn game that's ever been played out there, they got something of it. Like division games is a whole different ball game. And to imply like we're going to go into the Vikings, that's an NFC team, so they already play tougher than we do to begin with. And then we're going to be over here acting like we're like Aiden's going to go out here and score touchdowns. Let me tell you what, Dobbs has shown he can score touchdowns in the air and on the ground. Dobbs has shown that he's going to get fucking JJ back and Addison, dude. Like, and he's got fucking Hawkinson and fucking numerous other people. Like, it's not going to be an easy game. It's not going to be an easy game. I don't care what anybody says. The Colts game's not going to be an easy game, dude. Like, that's a pretty tough team, too. Like, the fucking Broncos ain't gonna be easy games. Staley,
we would have lost if Jerry Jeudy wasn't on their team. Jerry Jeudy didn't play when we beat them. We barely beat them in an ugly game, and they didn't have Jerry Jeudy there. And I said that Jerry Jeudy would have made a huge difference, especially in a close game when we played them. They would have beaten us for sure if they had Jerry Jeudy at that time, because they didn't have him. It was all Sutton. Sutton's getting like nothing, you know. They had no passing game at all, and that's why we beat them. And we didn't really have too much of a passing game, but it was better than theirs, and that's why we barely beat the Broncos, you know.
Yeah, and that's why I feel like the Chargers game, all Staley's got to do is score 22 points, and they're going to beat us. Yeah. Like, that's all I keep trying to say is like, these are not all winnable games. These are not all easy games, dude. And then the way we talk about our team, we talk about like, we should go dominate season. Nah, man, I said it's probably the hardest stretch in our season yet is this section right here. And then that's why I kept saying, like, I don't think we want to get to the playoffs, dude. Like, I get the run. I get how people are feeling, dude, but you get to the playoffs, you get embarrassed. If we win more games, it's going to hurt our draft stock picks, dude. We're too many people away. People like Kool-Aid or people like that can change corners that can change the way our team looks is massively different. It's massively different. If we're trying to drop down, you know, fucking third, fourth round, we can end up with another Jacorian Bennett that's just holding on to every fucking guy every time or running into him and shit like that. That shit's gonna get old fast, dude. Like, we can't do that shit. So for me, like
that's another thing. You said corners. I talked to Captain Jack, you know, Raider Jack, and I said our secondary is terrible. He goes, "We don't need a corner." I said, "Yeah, we do." I said he was trying to say other corners, but he said Hall. I said, "Well, Hall's not a starter outside. That's Amik Robertson and Nate Hobbs. Those are the starters right out there." And Amik Robertson, he plays pretty good for a small guy, but he ain't gonna be able to deal with taller receivers, you know. I mean, he plays a lot of zone because he's short. You know, he can't play man with a taller receiver. You know, I would say we should have drafted a corner. You know.
Yeah, we should have,
It's kinda
dude,
crazy.
and that's
Yeah.
all I keep trying to say is at the end of the day, we need to start hiring the right
Yeah.
people to be in the right positions. We need to start bringing the right people in. We need to change shit for real, because
Yeah.
what we're doing is not working, man. And it doesn't matter if they stay there; it's not gonna work, dude. It's not. We've done this hell of times. It's not gonna work. So, long story short, like, hey, we'll move off it because we've been talking about it for a while.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Long story short is I just think Harbaugh's days probably should come sooner than later, in my opinion. And I don't really give a shit what anybody else says. So this is the things, like, basically, I guess, says keep losing or time to change things up. Like, for me, I've said, like, the things I say about keep losing is doing the same things over and over, expecting a different result. You want to change things up, man, that's where you can change it for the better or the worse, don't get me wrong, but without doing it, you're never going to know what it can be. And I feel like with the people, the success, everywhere we can be at, it'd be the smartest thing. Now, I don't want to go into this one too much because it literally leads into a lot of things we've been talking about. I'm just trying to say, like, I don't want to keep losing, man. I don't want to keep doing the same things, expecting a different result. I don't want to keep every time that we go live or other people go live, it's the same conversations over and over and over. So that's all I would say. Now, to go into this topic will probably be our last topic, or we might have one more. I'm only going to go till 9 tonight. I got to do things with my woman and everything. So long story short, with this topic, man, it's going to kind of lead back to kind of like basically leading up out of the season, all right? Like, at the end of the season, Davante stays because AP is going to want to keep him here because he's going to try to solidify his career with a player like him. I don't think it's the right thing to do because unless we get a QB that's just going to be lights out to go with them, it can be a time of wasting his career. I like Davante a lot, so I would rather, instead of him see him suffocate here on what we're trying to do, let him go somewhere. Now, we've heard this in the past that the Jets are huge after him, but there's also been reports in the past and more recent that the Bills even want to go after Davante because they're actually thinking about releasing Stephon Diggs at the end of his deal. Now, I don't know why they would release him and then go after Adams. Like, I don't know all that, but what I would say is like, we probably should get whatever the best value we could. And the problem is that if you're looking at the Bills, they're a better team. Their draft pick's going to be farther out. You look at the Jets, they're not a better team, and their draft pick's closer for us. So, to me, I think we would want to advocate for him to reunite with Aaron Rodgers. Now, is it something like we can fear and be like, yeah, man, but if we send him there, we only play him in the playoffs. That's the only way. There's a possibility that Chiefs would be in the playoffs, take them out, we play the Chiefs. Like, it's not just because they're there we're going to have to face them. But I've always said that if you want to be the best, you have to beat the best. So you can't just pick your fights. Like, I only want to play the weak guys. I've said it. I think if Harbaugh is able to get his people, do their draft, sign their people in free agency, move money around, draft new people in key spots, we can see a whole different ball game here. I mean, Harbaugh has made great draft picks throughout his time with the Niners, and Dobbs has done the same exact thing. So for me, like I said, I mean, I'm all for getting rid of Davante and everybody on this team that's not going to be here for the main reasons. Like, I'm 100% for it, dude. And I get it that people would be like, yeah, but you're just saying, like, get rid of fucking Davante. He's our best player. He's not our best player. Our best player is Max Crosby, dude. He's the one with the highest motor. He's the one that gives every single play his all. Davante Adams doesn't. We can bring up multiple videos where Davante says hi, touches the guy, and stops running. There's always a lot of stuff you can see on tape when you're watching.
Quarterback makes him better.
Yeah, exactly. When he throws them,
Derek Carr made him look great, and then people forget that, and then you just can't replace like a Derek Carr with a mediocre quarterback like a Jimmy Garoppolo and an Aiden O'Connell, who has potential, but he's just not a gunslinger. He's just a guy. You don't want him to be a gunslinger. You want him to make smart plays, make the easier passes, not the difficult passes that Derek Carr can do. And if you've gotten C.J. Stroud, he's more like a more athletic version of a Derek Carr. That's what you would get in a C.J. Stroud, because C.J. Stroud is a pocket quarterback, but he can run. It's crazy though. Mad Max is the better, because if you look at the defense's rank, the defense has a better rank than the offense. That's never been that way for a long time. It's always been the offense.
That's fact.
Yeah.
And it's all only minus with Jimmy that just had just fine with Kyle Shanahan. Like something here is just fishy as fuck, dude. Like even under Kyle Shanahan, Jimmy looked like he was playing good fucking football. 4 touchdowns in a fucking game. I mean, he was playing good fucking football. We get him over here. It's like this bitch ain't fucking, like he forgot how to play football. Hundo. And I'm just tired of it, man. We need to just say, dude, if all Raider Nation would be like, hey, bro, we're fed up with this shit too. We need to get Harbaugh, and people started chanting it everywhere they go. Harbaugh, dude. That shit, we're gonna talk that shit into existence, and that's gonna probably be the best thing that's ever happened to us. I'm telling you, dude. If people start looking up Jesse Minster, dude, and see what type of defensive coordinator we can have with Harbaugh. We might be in business, bro. Like we literally might be like Baltimore, but the Raiders, dude. Like literally, they'll build that defense just like it, man. They'll build our defense just like it, dude. So you can't sleep on shit like that. And for our organization to be where we're at, where we're just living off the coattails of what we did at one point, we can't keep doing that shit. We can't keep living off our past like we're doing. So we got to start living off the present and the future, man. Like getting the trophy and getting to that trophy. Like we cannot keep saying like our Raider franchise is great in the fucking 60s, 70s, and 80s. Like fuck, man. It's disappointing. It's disappointing. It's where you want to be like fucking. Hey, we're competitive every year. We matter every year. People see us coming, you better fucking get the hell out of here, like. But it's not how it is. People see us, they laugh. And then they say, oh, yeah, watch how this fucking game's going to go. Or 50.
Yeah, there have been the haters that said that we haven't had a winning game. And the truth is, though, with Gruden, his stock was going up until the emails, and then you had Josh McDaniels, and it's gone. They don't look at this stuff like that. They don't look at that. It's not easy to win. We're in the most difficult division in the NFL, and if you're going to and even I've heard a lot of reporters and even people say if you're going to get a guy that's going to replace Derek Carr, you get him who's at his level or better. That's the way it is.
Yeah, I just felt like my biggest thing that I spoke about on the deal at the time of when we got rid of Carr, right? Yeah. I was like, hey, bro, I'm 100% for giving up Carr as long as we're replacing him with a fucking good quarterback. I said it. I didn't want to give up Carr because I liked Carr, but I sure in the fuck didn't advocate let me give up Carr for motherfucking Jimmy. I said that the whole time. I said, I'll give up Carr for CJ fucking Stroud. You bet your fucking ass on it. I said it the whole time, dude, because I've said it. If Josh is going to come in and really rerun his deal, he's got to have his guys. And it just shows me, look, dude, I've said it. I'm going to eat crow on that deal, which I'm all about eating the crow because I've always said I'm not going to be right on everything. But, man, it just tells me, what it tells me is, boy, Josh is never going to be a good head coach, no matter where the fuck he's at. How in the hell did he pass up on getting fucking C.J. Stroud? How did he have the option to get him and he said no?
Yeah.
Like, how? Where in the fuck? Then this is what really got me fucking worrying now. And this is where it comes back to, was Josh trying to sabotage the Raiders? Because let's be real, they said no, we don't want to trade up for Tyree from 7 to 2, or for Stroud from 7 to 2, but we'll take Tyree. That don't even make fucking sense. That doesn't even make no sense, bro. Like, that doesn't even make any fucking sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
And Josh is okay with that? Would Josh be okay on passing up C.J. Stroud if he was on the Patriots? Like, would he pass up C.J. fucking Stroud on the Patriots? And if he won it, why in the fuck did he do it here? And then it's just like, it keeps on, like, I feel like they sabotage shit, bro. Because do you really think, where do you think Josh is going to get his next job? Like, if you were just really serious about where Josh can get his next job, where do you think it's going to be at?
Kissing the ring of Bill Belichick in New England. That's about it.
That's my point. So, man, I feel like that motherfucker was here, like, sabotaging our shit, bro. Like, literally sabotaging our shit. Yeah, how do you fucking come here and don't take the fucking... You're a quarterback coach, bro. You're a quarterback coach. You're an offensive guru. How in the fuck you not pull the trigger? Dude, even Gruden wouldn't even have fucked that one up. Like, Gruden would not have fucked that one up. So, I don't know, man. I mean, it just makes me worry. It makes me worry a lot, man. I'm just going to be honest.
Yeah, I said it like this before in the past. That when Josh McDaniels is fired, he'll go right back to New England. That was my prediction. I would have said that Mark Davis would keep this charade for like a year or two, but I was surprised the fans, they're the ones that convinced him to fire him. And it was bad to have seen it was LA Raider fan. He went up to Mark Davis, said, "Fire Josh McDaniels, hire Jim Harbaugh." And he said that. And then Mark Davis tells him, "Be smart." And then a Las Vegas Raider says, "Mark Davis, be smart, fire Josh McDaniels." You know, fans were just pressured Mark Davis.
Yeah, and I said it when I read that deal that night.
Yeah,
I thought, man, that I seen it come through on the Adam Schefter account, and I thought, nah, that's that fake fucking account. I'm like, there's no, that's that fake fucking account going around, posting that stupid ass shit, and then fucking bam, 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 like fucking all kind of alerts, and I'm thinking like, oh nope, that shit's for real.
Oh, I was in Alaska when that happened. I was like, yeah, I want to drink a beer.
Yeah, so like when all that started happening, the first thing I said was, well, Mark didn't fire fucking Josh and Ziegler to hire AP and Chance. I know when you make fires like that, like you're sending wave out there to say like, hey bro, this is your job to somebody else, because look at when it happened that Harbaugh was being accused of the deal, gonna go on the suspension. Oh, it happened right at that time. Right at the exact same time.
Yeah.
And then him to accept a 3-game suspension so they don't go to court, everything, dude, and then they're gonna give him the money. Like I said, it's just too perfect. Timing's too perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I just think like, Mark Davis, he is a pushover though. He's a pushover.
That's my point, dude. That's my whole thing I'm scared about. I'm scared that if we have Harbaugh and Gruden on the table at the exact same time, is he going to push off Harbaugh for fucking Gruden again?
Yeah. Because I've been hearing from like Black and White Sports that says Jim Harbaugh would be a more logical thing, but it seems like maybe Gruden might be coming back. you know, because they haven't said anything yet so far. There's no reports of Mark Davis or anybody trying to get a hold of, you know, Jim Harbaugh or anybody else, you know. But I'd say it's too early right now. I think he has idea of maybe doing it, but, you know, we'll never know till the season's
Yeah,
over.
I think the whole deal for John is like, for me, you either bring him back as owner or fucking don't bring him back as all. Because
Yeah.
I think we need to be done with the John experiment, man. We need to go with Harbaugh, dude. Harbaugh's resume been in the game the whole entire time at a very high level, dude. And we're getting the chance. Like, that's the things I don't get. Why our whole nation isn't like, fuck yeah, get fucking hard like that. You'd be lucky to have a hire like that. They should be like, yeah, we fucked up on the Josh shit. Let's not fuck up again. Like, hey, he wants full control. Give him and Dobbs full control. They know it better than fucking Mark's stupid ass. Mark let fucking
Mark doesn't
Josh
know,
not give fucking CJ Stroud. You damn right. Give full control to fucking Jim Harbaugh. Fucking Mark don't know a fucking thing.
Yeah.
If Jim was there, he doing it.
Yeah.
On Stroud, like he wouldn't have did that. No way. Not where our team was at. He would have been like, Stroud, come on home.
Yeah. You never know. Gruden could be like the president, you know, or, you know, just the president, not a GM, but just the president, and he would take full control of the team, but not be a coach, though. You just never know. Because Mark Davis doesn't know what he's doing.
What if he had Brady and Gruden in the background running the Raiders, dude?
That would work better. They would work together pretty good. But you know, and
I think that'd be crazy because.
And I don't like Tom Brady. I never ever liked Tom Brady, but logically, he does know how to build offenses. Logically,
he just knows how to see. He would know how to see it. And imagine the conversation him and John Gruden would have as owners, man. They would have such crazy conversations, bro.
Yeah. And
like they would have crazy conversations on where it's building.
Yeah, Tom Brady actually learned a lot from Drew Bledsoe, and some people may not know this, but that's what he did. He learned a lot. When Bledsoe got hurt, he took over, and Bill Belichick says, well, if the flow is going, and we're just going to keep the flow going. And even when Bledsoe was not injured anymore, then they got rid of him, and then Tom Brady took the job.
I know, man. Fucking, I don't know. I hate saying the same, like talking on the same deals over because I feel like the Harbaugh, John, and all that conversation.
Yeah.
It's like and I just like out, you know.
You're roboting a little bit.
Players like, and so is it still roboting?
You stopped now, but it could be your signal or something.
No, I'm just down in the ravine right now. So probably,
oh, well,
you know, like this whole show, it's just like, even with all the time.
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah, now you stopped, but you're roboting a little bit. I've been on YouTubes where people were roboting or frogging, you know, where they frog up and, you know.
No, I'm just going up and down right now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So like what I was saying, you hear me better now?
Yeah, I can hear you better now.
All right, so like that's all I'm saying is like I like when we have our conversations like we've had this week, where you're able to have good logical conversation, where you're able to go out, put a show together, have a bunch of topics, dude. I hate like where you're at Friday, dude, and like I get like the hangout session, you know, shit, talk, you know, shit, but I like talking Raiders, dude, and I like talking about our
Yeah.
team and shit, and I hate
Yeah.
when it's like fucking sitting here talking about Harbaugh and Gruden when we're in the season,
Yeah.
but it's got to be the most realistic talk because you don't want to wait down to the end of the season where the Bears are already getting ready to
Yeah.
pursue. They know, like, hey, they already know that they're garbage.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here saying, like, Al or Mark, if you waited out till the end, man, we're going to be in the fucking dirt again. Like, don't do this shit, man. Like, we got to fucking put enough to enough. But long story short, dude, I hate talking just on them. Is there anything else you can think of to talk about? Or
Yeah, I was just saying with the draft picks, there were some that were good and some of them were bad. I think that the best draft picks, there were two of them that I thought really stood out. That was Michael Mayer and then the wide receiver, Trey Tucker. Trey Tucker started to look better because of Aiden O'Connell. I think that he would have looked really bad with, Jimmy Garoppolo. But when he threw those deep ball passes, it was like, yeah, he's our deep threat receiver. And those are the guys I think stood out the most. I think that Bennett guy just didn't show up. I know he was a late draft pick, but he was a guy that's a maybe not guy, But I didn't like his size. He was undersized. And they said he was a safety, was what he was, a corner safety, like a Michael Huff, but an undersized version. 5'11", 180 or 70 pounds. I just didn't like that size, of a corner. I always like taller corners that are 6 feet tall at least,
what do you think our team? Where do you think we would be as a team if we would have got Stroud?
If we had Stroud, I think our passing offense would do better. I think we probably would be second place. I think we wouldn't dethrone the Chiefs, but I think we'd be second place, and we could be maybe a 5th or 6th seed, maybe. That's a big maybe, though. That would be with Josh McDaniels fired, of course, too. But that's about all I could think of, maybe. But with the bad play calling with Josh McDaniels, though, he ruins players. Though he almost ruined Aiden O'Connell. Made him look real bad. He was yelling at him and saying how
the
bad.
Huskies beat Oregon 34-21. No, man, I agree. There's.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just trying to say that if you want to finish, you can keep going.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Josh McDaniels, he would have ruined C.J. Stroud because it's not always the player and ability. It's about the coach if he's workable with his players, and he couldn't do it with Derek Carr, and he couldn't even do it with a rookie, And Derek Carr is very workable, and it proved. I mean, like I said, it proved that he was never a good head coach. I talked to a guy named Cheesehead, who's a Packers fan. He said that he applied for a head coach job with the Packers, and the Packers said no to him, just straight up no, So, yeah, Josh McDaniels has been trying to get a head coach job even before he even tried it over a year ago, So, yeah, he's not a proven head coach. I don't know why Mark Davis would ever have thought to get him,
Where was it?
Thought, Josh McDaniels had tried to apply being a head coach for the Green Bay Packers, and they said no to him. But this was many years ago. It was like probably 3 or 4 years ago. It was when Aaron Rodgers wanted what's his name gone, and they did get rid of him. Who's now the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys? What's his name? They got rid of him. But when the Packers had no head coach, Josh McDaniels went for a job interview, and they said no to him straight up. but because people know of Josh McDaniels. The owners don't like Josh McDaniels as a head coach. I mean, they probably would like him more as an offensive coordinator, but the owners knew what they were doing. It was just Mark Davis who didn't know what he was doing. He was so desperate.
I know Mark Davis, he just fucking kills our team, bro. Like, the guy just kills our team.
But to pay
Get
him the same amount of money as John Gruden, an unproven commodity, I wouldn't have even paid him $5 million per year. He's not a proven head coach.
When people told me that he was making 10, I was like, bullshit. And they were like, yeah. I was like, no, that's dumb as hell.
Yeah. I mean, John Gruden, when he played for us in his young life, he was the lowest paid coach in the NFL, and he took the Raiders to the playoffs. Gruden was not getting paid that much money. The first time he got paid big money was when he was with Tampa Bay, when he got traded and everything. They paid him some money. But yeah, I would have said that, yeah, Rich Bisaccia would have been a better choice. We probably would have been a wild card team again, but we would have at least gone somewhere, And then if it didn't work out just being a wild card team and Sean Payton was available, I'd have taken Sean Payton. I know people said that Sean Payton wouldn't go. He was too friendly with the Broncos, with the owner and all that. But I think if you outbid him and say, hey, we got the players, Broncos ain't got nothing, You'll build up quicker and faster, and take out the Chiefs.
Yeah, they don't have anything, dude. They're not.
Yeah. But now, Sean Payton, he can turn sand into glass really quickly. But that's like what he's doing with Broncos. But I wouldn't be doubted if they're like a number 2 seed, a true number 2, not 2 seed, but a true second place team in the AFC West. I think, it's been a shifty division right now in our division. But like I said, the reason why main reason why the Chargers are number 2 are not doing great is because they're facing tougher teams. They were probably facing easier teams last year and were winning, and now they're facing tougher teams, and and their record, they're like dead last. I was like shocked that the Chargers were there. I thought the Chargers would be number 2. We would either be number 3 or be dead ranked last, but it didn't go that way. I
just can't believe that when I looked over at the at the Broncos and they're 6-5, I was like, what the hell?
Yeah. They're fighting for that wild card spot. The only thing they have trouble with, they could be a 7th seed, but you got the Steelers and the Browns that are right now. If it was right now, the Steelers would be a 5th seed, the Browns would be a 6th seed, I believe. And then you got maybe the possible, the Broncos or the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills are fighting for it, so it's like a, really dogfight between those 2 teams for the 7th seed. I never thought that would ever happen. I thought the Buffalo Bills would win the division in the AFC East. But yeah. And then the Ravens winning the division in the AFC North. Although my dad believes that they had a bye, but if the Steelers could possibly drop into a seed spot,